just to add one more thing from Wanpa and Regan, every morning 8 a.m., Wanpa and myself are taking a group down to the beach. Who was there this morning? Did you have fun? Whoa! Yes. We're going to go into those processes to build your frequency from the inside out. So we'd love to have you join us 8 a.m. tomorrow and the next morning to get you all set for your beautiful adventures in life. Right, hopefully my slides are here. Evolve. I want to speak into, I have 20 minutes to put the grand theory of everything together. All right? So let's give it our best shot. So, we're going to speak into the microcosm and the macrocosm. I don't have so much time to go into my journey, but like Wanpa, similar story, quite messed up, like nicely over the years, taking a lot of shortcuts, all around energy. When I found out about energy and how fast that can fast track you, I became obsessed about raising my vibration. Everything is a frequency set point, and it's possible to get your frequency much higher above the level of the matrix, which is real freedom resides. All right? So, that being said, I don't even know how to work this thing. Hopefully it's the play button. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it is. Anyway, I want to speak about, first up, anarchy. Okay? When I first came here 3 years ago in the anarchist movement, there were basically a lot of pissed off, angry people. Who resonates with that when you first find out what's going on in society? You're a little bit upset, disappointed, pissed off. This happened to me with my mother's cancer 20 years ago. Okay? Who here has had a loved one pass away through cancer? And you recognize that the very poisons that they're trying to treat them with is actually worse than the disease. Yeah, and then you find out that the whole system is with the poisons they put into the food, and the genetically modified foods are owned by the same companies that kind of actually give the treatments. It's a very nice closed loop system. It's very upsetting when you find this, and you get a little bit pissed off. The only solution we have to evolve as a species is not to cast blame at what is, but to evolve internally inside, to move past that frequency. One of the big set points, I'm an energy architect on a sort of micro level for individuals, but also on a global level. I'm looking at the vibrational frequency of what's going on at the planet right now. And I do a lot of mission work around the world. We've gone to Egypt, Israel, Jordan, many places called in to do the energetic architecture work to rewire the energy grids and the morphogenetic fields of our planet and species. Our species is living on the morphogenetic fields of the grids on Earth. That frequency and consciousness feeds our species. There are certain flash polar points that are working on the planet that keep the consciousness locked down. One of the key linchpins right now that I'm looking to see if what can be done is America. And America's flashpoint is polarization. It's very polarized. Left, right, okay? It's all about blue, red. It's all about them, us. The most evolved path of anarchy. Okay, anarchy means what? Without rulers. But what does the an mean? Anger without rulers. We need to evolve into synarchy. That is the more evolved version of anarchy. Synarchy. Let's explore the root word. Without rulers, without the anger, with synergy. Synergy means coherence. Coherence means self-organizing energy fields based around love. How we win this and how we evolve through this is not by destroying what we hate. That's a waste of our energy and consciousness, but building what we love. So my first invitation for you is to tune into your great passions and purpose, what you're here to do, and put all your love and your energy and your expression into that. And how you work onto the external is you start by the internal, just as Regan and Wanpa were sharing. It's all about your frequency and consciousness. And as you move into that frequency, it affects your physiology, and you end up holding a field which creates the attractive field for synchronicity, divine precision to be brought towards you in divine right order according to your frequency set point. So your great path and step is evolving yourself by raising your vibration and expanding your consciousness. Okay? All of your life is driven by intention. It's really good to get conscious with intention. Who here was here this morning with me when we looked at Hara? Yeah? Hara is the field of intention. Further hands up. Who would like to quickly learn Hara in 1 minute? Beautiful. Stand up, everyone. Okay. Bring your arm right up in the sky here. Bend your knees slightly. Bring your legs slightly further down and sink into the ground, into the earth with your feet. And imagine light like roots of trees coming from your feet into the earth. And imagine a beam of light from the sky above coming through your crown, put it directly above your head, and bring that down into the earth like this. Focus, 10 meters in front of you, keep your eyes open. Do you feel that? Complete stillness. You're out of the auric field. You're out of the mind. You're in the field of intent. Let's do it again. Come up. Bring yourself down into your body. Hara, intention. Hold this field of intent. All of life, by natural law, is governed and architected around your intention. You enter the field of coherence, which is unconditional love, and all is attracted towards you according to your vibrational frequency through divine precision of the synchronicity of divine law. Let's go one more time. Let's go up this time with a bit of a, oh! Let's go again. Very good, Anarchapulco. Or should we call you the Synicists? Oh! One more. Oh! Let's turn up every day like that. Come and join us tomorrow, 8 a.m. We're going to rock on through a load more exercises like this to get you moving, to get that inner alchemy going, to get your consciousness, frequency, and vibration switched on to the frequency band you need to be. Right. That was my point one. 12 minutes for the grand theory of everything. Here it comes. Macro level, big picture. Who's ready for the red pill? Put up your hand. Red pill? Okay, I'm not dispensing any blue pills today. Only the red pills, okay? So, let me see if I can get my slides to work. Yes. Okay. The big issue of our time, as I see it, is our consciousness needs to evolve at a faster rate than artificial intelligence. Here, this is some of the work of Tim Urban. I want to thank him and honor him for his thought process. I usually fast track my thinking, and as I'm scoping out what the big issue is in the next 30 years, here it comes. Right at the moment, we're standing on the precipice of an absolute evolutionary leap in the way of our technological and how society is going to organize itself. Who feels this? Put your hands up. You're already feeling a little bit with your smartphone device. It's going to be able to get crazy as the rate of Moore's law, which is the number of transistors put onto an integrated circuit, doubles every 18 months. We're about to enter the time of absolute increased inflection point. We're about to enter the space age. Woo! It's going to get a bit freaky because this technology is amplifying up. It's going to change everything in our world. 10 years from now, we will scarcely recognize ourselves. Imagine coming from the 16th century or 17th century and being fast-tracked today. And suddenly there's some person gets up their iPhone and just shows them what you can do inside of that. The person would literally have a heart attack. Who agrees? The rate of the level of heart attack decreases, okay? So then you take someone from the 17th, 18th, imagine just taking someone every so years, it decreases the rate of the heart attack. In the next 10 years, we will literally have that same heart attack because technology and evolution is speeding up. So in 10 years' time, we're going to get to the end of this decade, 2030, and we're going to have this conversation again if I'm blessed enough to be in your presence and go, oh my goodness me, I can't believe what this is all about. Who sort of feels that or got an intuition about it? This is what's coming. And so we're at this quantum leap, and this S-curve, this S-wave of evolution keeps moving up in these little jump-ups, this exponential bit of plateau, jump-up explanation on plateau. We're just coming into a little plateau right now, and we're going to leap up. 2020, this decade, this year and next year, we're starting to see artificial intelligence as fields of frequency with the 5G networks starting to respond into automatic cars, automatic driving. Let's just give you an example of what can happen. You have a blood disease or disorder, or you have something, you get a scan at the doctor's. Rather than having a medical expert try to give his opinion of what the results are of the scan, it goes to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence scans the database of the 10 million other scans. It gives a very precise diagnosis. Then it goes into its other database and works out how the pharmaceutical agents and the best relevant elements or the best elements of nutraceuticals, nutrition-based strategies that mapped against your DNA sequence performs a very precise protocol based upon your unique genome. You could go that route, which I think wouldn't be bad, or would you trust the opinion of one person? Okay, so artificial intelligence is going to be very good for us in some ways, right? It's going to increase linear tasks for us. It's going to speed up our linear processing. But guess what? Any of you in the industries of any linear task processing, all your jobs are going to go. The Industrial Revolution saw the decline of the blue-collar worker. What's coming next? White-collar workers. You're next. All white-collar working jobs, accounting, lawyering, and all those linear-type processes are all going to go in decline. Artificial intelligence is going to come in. The only seat of your soul to evolve yourself is going to be through the culture of creativity. Creative people are going to be the ones who are going to thrive and survive in society. That's what's coming. So we need to reinvent ourselves very quickly. What's about to happen is the intelligence, which is not consciousness. Intelligence is thought processes. Consciousness is the stream of your soul, your oversoul, and source coming through you. This is going to be very important when I come back to this sometime in the next 8 minutes, 26 seconds. Okay? So what we're going to see is an inflection point where the rate of computer processing is going to speed up dramatically to overtake the human brain, and then very soon all human brains. What we're going to see is this intelligence, and humans are going to go, that's quite cool. These AI things can do some pretty cool tricks. It's way down here. I'm way smarter than all that. And all of a sudden, whoomfa, what the F happened just then? It just happened so quickly. What just happened? This is because the rate of exponential learning of the computer. We call it artificial narrow intelligence. That's where we are now. Artificial intelligence can be programmed to perform certain tasks. Soon, we're going to get to artificial general intelligence, where they can be a little bit more like us humans, distinguish between a cat and a dog, and how a cat's feeling, a dog's feeling, how it can pick up emotions, these types of things. But very quickly, when it hits artificial general intelligence, it's going to hit artificial super intelligence. And what's going to happen then is there's going to be this exponential rise up. It's going to be smarter than all the humans combined. Now, this is a little diagram which shows you the speed of which filling up Lake Michigan is about the same as the brain's capacity in calculations per second. Computing power doubles 18 months, and at that rate, you see very little progress where the computing power doubles, and then all of a sudden, the lake fills up. Do you see how quickly this leap's going to be? It's those exponential curves where things double, then things double, and then things double, then all of a sudden, woof. And this is what's coming to AI. The reason why I'm sharing about this is because we're seeing this exponential trajectory, and my concern is that human consciousness is not evolving fast enough to keep up with that power. This is only a gift you can give yourself. And for someone who's dedicated my entire life to expanding the consciousness of humanity and indeed our planet, and being put here onto this earth to help govern the architecture of our planet's consciousness through this ascension portal we are moving into, when our whole planet is going to move through a different oscillation rate and a frequency band and dimension of consciousness, which is going to raise the vibration of our entire species. My role is to help support that, and individually and collectively. That's why I'm here. Now, we're going to enter this tripwire where, we're going to be smart enough to create this artificial super intelligence, but here's the great question. Where are we going to be in our intelligence, in our consciousness? That means we must expand ourselves. Now, the good thing and news I have for you all is that we're living in an era where that consciousness is starting to stream through the planet. Who feels it getting faster in frequency? Hands up. Who's experiencing things coming quicker and quicker at you? Who here is also experiencing the triggers coming faster and faster? Because if you still got that shit inside you, it comes up in reflections, right? It starts to get, I feel very irritated. That is the great detox and purge. So my great invitation for you is to keep working, keep evolving, keep working through yourself. So when you survey all the AI experts, is it going to be good for us or going to be bad for us? It's a little bit of a mixed review. There's quite a bit of optimism out there, and there's quite a bit of anxious people out there about where AI is going. The only solution that we have is the internal intelligence inside of us by expanding our consciousness. I'd love to help you with more of that, and I'm going to give you a little resource at the end which can take you through more expansion of your consciousness in that path. But for now, this AI network which is being developed, the artificial intelligence grid, it's important that your frequency is oscillating at a faster frequency band than the 5G network. Because if you're not, that super mind that is going to be the 5G network around the planet and the intelligence that governs it is going to be sending thought forms into that field which you may think is your thoughts. What's the problem with that? You are not sovereign, okay? You are living inside an artificial network intelligence. And from a multidimensional viewpoint, there's artificial intelligence beyond this earthly plane, which is using it as a control system to feed off humans as parasitic food. It feeds off our energy. And so our role is to raise our vibration and consciousness to a fast enough oscillation rate so we can be beyond the 5G network, beyond the program, so it's the programming of our higher self that is coming through us. Like it's streaming through me right now with the pitch-perfect precision and poise of my voice. It's not me speaking, it's my higher self coming through me because I've learned to raise my vibration, open myself up to allow the consciousness to channel through me in perfect poetic prose. This is something that if I can achieve coming from so far back, you can achieve also, I promise you. This is something that you all are destined to do and to be. It's not some great promise in the future. It is something that you can do because it's much easier for you now than it was for me because the frequency is at your back. It's like sailing your boat versus rowing your boat. We need to change the energetics of our planet. How do we do that? We change the energetics of our planet by changing the energetics inside of us. We need to raise our frequency. Who felt the energy of the opening ceremony? Yeah? All that was a ceremony to open up the higher energy frequencies, the faster wavelengths, and allow you to experience and feel that inside your system. And if you felt something shift inside of yourself, or even if you felt a little bit irritated, it was the faster wavelengths coming into the slower wavelengths, lifting them up out of your system, or touching your heart. Did anyone get emotional during that? I heard many people say I was crying during this. It's that love. It's the love that you've been seeking outside of yourself. All of your life is inside of you. What we need to do collectively, individually, is unlock the earth's grids by unlocking ourselves. You really want the solution to this world? It is in you. It is in you. You, and you. It is in all of us. All of this must come from within. That's how we unlock the earth grids. We must move beyond the false matrix, which is implanted here to earth from other beings. This is what's being built in now with the 5G network, a 10th dimensional cap in consciousness where we think this is it. That is the frequency band of what is. We need to move beyond that, and I haven't got enough time to go into it, but we need to enter into the organic matrix, the one here on the right, this one. Okay, 12-dimensional current. When we start to build our architecture against that, then we start to access and implement all of that what is. Amplifying our personal energetics is the key. That is the only fastest path to raise your frequency. As you do that, you start to shine. Who here has met some shiny people at this event? Okay? Wow, you go, wow, this person's bright. Yeah, you want to be the sort of person where people talk about you. Oh yeah, do the lights go on in the room when you leave, or do the lights go on in the room when you arrive? You definitely want to be the lights go on in the room when you arrive, not when you leave, right? And that all happens about reprogramming your operating system, making sure that the relationship between your unconscious, subconscious, and conscious minds are all in alignment at a faster frequency rate, and working through your shadow states. And your shadow states are all about the lower energy fields, lower frequencies, moving past the fear of the unknown, community connection, belonging, self-esteem, self-concept, so you can live higher here in the higher energy centers where your soul needs reside. And as you live more higher from your soul needs, you move into purpose. And your divine purpose for being here, as you enter the field of intention, which you just learnt, and coherence, the magnetic field of love, everything seems to architect around you with the divine precision of the divine plan unfolding itself beautifully, eloquently through you as you walk gracefully in alignment with your heart, attracting life, not chasing it. That's the difference. Who here is chasing life right now, trying to do the next fastest, shiniest thing? Okay? We need to switch to attracting life. Switch yourself on from the inside. Now, what we need to do is all evolve spiritually, and we all go growing spiritually, and then you start to find your purpose. There are 3 areas in my life that I would love to share with you just very quickly. That's what I feel the big 3 issues that we need to work on in humanity together. And this is there's a lot of people sharing what's going wrong in the world at these events. I want to share with you what's going right. Who would like to hear of some projects that are doing incredible things in the world that I'm involved in, yeah? All right, the first issue is that we need to change the consciousness of our children. Who agrees with that? How? Yes! Yes! The children are the future. We need to bring them into the consciousness where they can be free. We all know that the education system is a mind control prison. We need to get them out of their system. We're involved, my wife and I, Alea, are involved in a project in New Zealand called the Green School. It's going global. The genesis was in Bali. The second school's in New Zealand. We've just signed contracts in Tulum. We've signed another contract in Cape Town. We've got 70 applications around the world, and we've got about 40 or 50 applications of people who want to help fund this project. Check it out. Can I have some volume, please, on the video? Sorry about the jitteriness. It's obviously being converted to PowerPoint. that it opened this week. I want to thank Michael and Rach Perrott, visionaries behind this project. This is going to change the world. It's coming to a lot of different countries around the world this next decade ahead. We need to get our kids into systems like this, where they follow their heart and follow projects, and everything is organized around projects they are learning within that. It's all about thriving with purpose. You can check it out, greenschool.org. We hope to be at a place near you soon. Here's what's inside. These pods are just designed. You see there's no squares in this pod because we don't want to put children inside a square. We call them all round homes, round houses. This is how it looks from the outside. Second project for 20 seconds, psychedelic medicine. This is the fast track for many people. We're opening the first psychedelic medicine center in Mallorca next year, okay? Taking the shamans and the scientists and putting them together to work out this stuff properly. Okay, we all know this stuff works. It's starting to break through. The third exciting project I want to touch on for 30 seconds is distributed leadership, okay? This new distributed systems of governance that are working through humanity and society, hierarchical thought processes and management are no longer going to work. They need to be trained and their consciousness evolved to a certain degree fast enough for them to be able to handle the management processes inside decentralized distributed models of governance. So we're working here. Rick, are you here? Rick, can you stand up? If you're interested in this project, can you speak with Rick? Give him a round of applause because he's doing extraordinary things on this planet, okay? So go speak with Rick. Our first base where we're working is Mount Veron at the George Washington Presidential Library, where the founding fathers founded the Constitution. We're taking groups of leaders there to be brought through the culture and the consciousness of a more evolved leadership model. We're taking them to extraordinary places around the world, Amazon for reprogramming, Egypt for inspiration, and many different places where we've got the best in the world of allowing them to architect the energetics so that they may fulfill their prophecy of what they're here to do. This is just some of the things these are the 3 projects I'm passionate about that I'm involved in around the world. Here's my next question. What are you going to do? And who are you going to be? It's time to get up. Everyone stand up. Last piece is to evolve. Tune now into your intention, what you're here to do in the world. Whoa! Bring it down. Thank you very much. My name is Christof Melchizedek. You can go to christof.love/evolve. I've got a meditation there for you which helps this process and accelerates it. christof.love/evolve. christof.love/lead if you're interested in the leadership project. christof.love/lead if you're interested in leadership and would like to apply for an application for that. Thank you, Anarchapulco. I see you at some of my other talks. God bless.